Just a reminder from your friendly neighborhood metalhead, if you like what you see, don't forget to click like and subscribe to the Heavy Underground. Helping to return a sense of normalcy in the waning days of the lockdown era, Steven Adler brought the most recent incarnation of his solo band, Adler's Appetite, to Jergel's Rhthym Grille in Warrendale, PA, just north of Pittsburgh, on July 2nd, 2021. With more than 1 year having passed since live music and large gatherings went away, the anticipation was overwhelming for a fun night of live music. Taking on the mantle of a good-time elder statesman in recent years, Steven Adler has embraced his iconic place in the pantheon of heavy with a never-ending Cheshire smile and a devotion to the last truly unpredictable era of rock and roll. July 2nd's performance marks a return to the road for Brother Adler after a full year and a half, and he is joined on this summer breakout by Michael Thomas and Alistair James on guitar, Tanya O'Callahan on bass, and Ari Kamen, an Argentinian vocalist who earned his stripes in a Chilean GNR tribute band called Son of a Gun, at the microphone. Adler exudes an earnest excitement as he proudly celebrates his integral history with the most dangerous band in the world, Guns N' Roses. Maryland rockers Signal 13 and Ohio-based sister act Spinning Jenny open the show as the crowd steadily gathers momentum for an exciting night of hard-rocking decadence and destruction. The first band up for the night was Signal 13. Hailing from Baltimore, Maryland, this hard rock act is clearly led by vocalist Vicky Starr, fairly evident as no other names could be ascertained for any other member of this band on their website, and takes to the stage well in advance of the advertised start time to perform one song as a sound check to the surprise of the still gathering audience. Returning to the stage about 20 minutes later, Signal 13 officially get the concert started. With the powerful pipes of vocalist Vicky Starr leading the charge, Signal 13 get first crack at the still assembling crowd. Hitting the audience with a voice that runs from a shriek to a scowl to a sandpaper scream, Vicky Starr and her group of musical miscreants ably synthesize almost 40 years of hard rock into a crowd-pleasing, high-energy set. A rousing cover of Whole Lotta Rosie and a selection of hard-rocking originals showcase the band's influences, from classic hard rock swing to modern metal crunch, and some melodic 90s alternative rock moments thrown in for good measure. Hailing from Ohio, the familial operation Spinning Jenny takes the stage next. Comprised of the Balzano sisters, Julia on guitar and vocals, sister Angelina handling keyboards, bass and vocals, youngest sister Talia on drums and vocals, with additionally their father Dr. John Balzano lending his support to the band with backing guitar and bass throughout the show. The already sizable crowd voices a strong, positive reception to this young act taking the stage as we move closer to Steven's headlining set. The three sisters that comprise Spinning Jenny, as well as their supportive multi-instrumentalist father, find a sweet spot tonight with the assembled Jergels audience. A couple of crowd-favorite covers and a selection of tuneful originals showcase Spinning Jenny's knack for deft melody and intense instrumentation that wins over the hard rock expectations of the crowd. Incredible vocals from drummer Talia impress with vibrant energy as every member of this musically inclined family instills their performance with fun and focus. Leading into Steven Adler, Spinning Jenny keep the energy high as the crowd awaits their hair metal catharsis. With a Cheshire grin stretching ear to ear, the wildest gunner of all oversees the proceedings from his position behind the drum throne. After a rousing inaugural 1-2 of a personal introduction by a member of Steven's entourage and Queen's We Will Rock You blasting through the venue PA, the members of Adler's Appetite settle into their zone. Joining his band on stage to a thunderous ovation, Adler and his merry band of rock and roll miscreants kick the show off, launching into Night Train, set to a blistering groove. Paint-peeling vocals and screaming solo work establish a high-spirited edge for the night. A distinct drum beat brings Mr. Brownstone into the light as a year and a half of pent-up musical energy is released in a cathartic exchange as this essential cut is welcomed loudly by the crowd at hand. Delving into more recent territory, the Adler's Appetite track, The One That You Hated, finds a home in the night's set. A succinct melodic rocker, this 2012 song punches through the speakers to be warmly received by the assembled fans. Back to Appetite, Anything Goes swaggers from the stage in a low-down, dirty groove as Ari delivers a piercing performance behind the mic. A brief a cappella run-through of the classic GNR ballad Patience has the crowd singing with gusto as Ari's commanding voice takes the lead. Greeting the crowd, Brother Adler thanks Ari Kamen for traveling from Argentina to join them on this summer trek, before another Adler's Appetite track, Hard to Be Good, sends a riveting groove around the room, with the crowd catching on quick and singing along to Hard to Be Good's buoyant chorus. Another iconic drum roll immediately unleashes You Could Be Mine into the Warrendale night, while his unceremonious departure very early in the recording process meant his physical contribution to both Use Your Illusion albums would be kept to a minimum. The inclusion of this outstanding track more than showcases the depth of Steven's actual contribution to these iconic recordings. Steven's solid pummel and Tanya's pulsing bass highlight this raging rendition of You Could Be Mine. After a brief moment to catch their breath, Adler and company ready themselves for the saccharine sweep of Sweet Child of Mine. With nearly the entire venue singing along, Sweet Child of Mine brings everyone to their feet as a processional pace adds an impactful dimension to Slash's iconic solo on this memorable performance. The epic closing track on Appetite for Destruction, Rocket Queen, follows a 4 count from Mr. Adler. Snaking from the stage, Rocket Queen grooves through the crowd with a knowing sleaze and undulating rhythm. Closing out the song on a tender run, Steven briefly cracks wise about the television show The Goldbergs before crashing into the opening rush of Welcome to the Jungle. With a banshee wail, Ari more than holds his own as the band hurtle through this seminal track. Full-throated participation from the delighted audience on Welcome to the Jungle continues through a show-ending, rollicking run-through of Paradise City. Writhing into the North Pittsburgh night, Paradise City shows some serious muscle before an extended round of solos propels the song to a close. Taking their leave, Steven and the members of his band take care to thank the crowd and seem to genuinely enjoy shaking hands with everyone after all their time away from the stage.